Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Cheeseheads podcast. MJ here with Mason and Chris. As always, we've got a little treat for you today. We are doing an all-time Packers draft. So we'll get into the specifics of that in a moment. But first, a very small victory for our friend Mason, who unintentionally got a laptop upgrade because his laptop decided to off itself.
3 weeks before the draft.
Yeah, I was not happy. Was literally about to do a scouting report on one of MJ's guys, Puka Williams, but apparently I couldn't do that. So I was literally just about to put YouTube videos in my watch later to watch film on him. All of a sudden the screen went black. I'm like, the battery's full. Yeah, it didn't come back on. So we spent $950 on the new laptop, which is actually doing pretty decent right now. Besides my internet at my actual home not having very good. It's horrible. but
you have Google Chrome now.
Yeah, so we have Google Chrome now. I have a video actually that showed how fast it went at my dad's house. Yeah, it was like that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
makes sense.
Now that we have a laptop, Mike's probably going to be on my ass about
hounding you for draft content.
Yeah, we're probably going to do 2 scouting reports today, so.
I need 17 before next Tuesday.
Doable.
Now go.
Good talk. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick so that everybody can see this. I'm gonna drag you two fools back over here just so that I can see you. Hold up. I want to see if I can do this better. I'm gonna pause this real quick.
Do this better.
No, because when I do that, the way I was doing it, I couldn't really see it.
I can't see anything right now. I just see MJ at the right hand of my screen because can I do this with my fuck? Yeah, I can do that with my new laptop. Oh yeah. Couldn't do that with my old one.
Damn.
Okay. Let me try this. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, God damn it. I don't like that.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing. The draft order we have is Chris, MJ, Mason. We're going to be doing a snake draft. What?
On the clock at 1. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. So QB, running back, 3 wide receivers, tight end, 3 offensive linemen, and a year of defense. So 2010 Packers, 2012, 1992, etc. So, any comments, gentlemen, before we get going? Any fears, any worries?
Why are we not drafting linebackers?
Mason, you can pick the defense with the best linebacking core. If that is your qualification, by all means, be my guest.
The days of AJ Hawk roaming around at linebackers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, give me Blake Martinez.
Oh, my goodness.
No, thank you. I am A-okay. Okay.
So generally we'll take, about a minute maybe. How do I find the best defenses ever? Is that a thing I can do?
You can just guess.
Oh, MJ, I've got some lined up.
Of course you do.
I'm ready.
These two had time to prepare. I had to go to work, drive here, set up.
I've had 2 classes today. I already worked. Don't give me that crap, Mason.
Okay. I won't. I'm sorry.
Don't give me that. That's okay. Dad. Oh, here we go. Oh, beautiful. I got it lined up now. Okay. So, Chris, with pick 1.01, who are you going to take?
See, this is an interesting spot because in the 100 years of the Green Bay Packers franchise, there's a lot of ways to go with this pick. But with first overall, Team Chris is proud to select my guy, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Whoa.
Incredible.
I love it.
Ooh, this is going to be rough. Oh, you know what else we should do? Add at the bottom, Chris. Give me coach.
Coach? Oh, that's a good one.
Fair point.
We need to pick a coach.
Ready, MJ, on the clock?
So this is hard, right? Because no, it's not. Give me Brett Favre.
I like it a lot.
Not difficult. I need my QB. And I love Bart Starr to death, but I'm not rolling him out there in a modern day game.
Yeah, no. I'm going
Misspelled
with
Brett.
I know. I forgot his
one.
2 T's.
Good one.
Disgraceful.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
But you two went quarterback. I'm gonna go differently. I'm gonna take a receiver here, and I'm gonna take Jordy Nelson.
I like it a lot.
And then I have back-to-back picks, if that is right. Correct?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Give me. This is difficult now. And then how about
Oh my goodness. Can I type?
give me Forrest Gregg.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Dip it into the O-line pool.
From the top deck. Okay.
Is it 2 G's, Forrest Gregg?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
2 R's in the first name, 2 G's in the last name.
Okay.
Ready, MJ, on the clock?
I'm going to go I'm going to get my duo here and go Donald Driver, Packers all-time receiving leader, who played the majority of his career with Brett Favre. Got to get Brett his guy. We have a lot of receivers to pick from. Golly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the clock here with back-to-back picks. Oh. I'm going to go with James Lofton.
Ooh, I was looking at that.
An underrated receiver in the history of this great franchise. Over 14,000 receiving yards, proud member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I think it's a slam dunk pick for Team Chris.
You're up again, so.
Looking at the board here.
Wait, what? Hold up. Oh my gosh, I forgot he existed. I'm looking at the. Oh,
I love
my
that.
goodness. Okay.
I'm going to stay receiver here. And go with my guy 17, Mr. Devontae Adams.
Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna go. See, this is hard. Mason stole my Forrest Gregg. I really wanted to do that.
Kind of. Hold on. I have so I'm scrolling through this Best of Packers site, and Richard Rodgers is just like a random old guy picture. Really? It's not even a Richard Rodgers.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I'm going to. It's difficult for me. How many? I need to look at one statistic first.
Where does MJ want to go here?
Okay, that's acceptable. That's better than I thought. I'm gonna go Jim Taylor for running back.
A lot.
Because I'm looking, obviously he's number 2 all-time rusher for the Packers. And I'm looking, he averaged almost 20, 30 receptions a year too.
Yep.
In the late 60s. Oof. And 5 straight 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Give me Jim Taylor.
Already missing on the clock.
Give me Bakhtiari.
Damn it.
Good pick. I don't even know how you spell that.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah.
Hold on, I spelled that wrong. Bakhtiari.
I think I got it, right?
Yeah. I and the A messed me up a lot.
Ready?
And then give me James Jones.
Whoa.
Ooh. Incredible. I like that. I'm going to go with one of the more versatile players who not only was an offensive lineman, but also served as the place kicker for the Green Bay Packers for a time, Jerry Kramer.
Nice. Do you want me to put him in a kicker slot, or?
No, you can put him in a line. Honestly, it's tempting.
Alrighty. I'm going to go with Hall of Fame running back, 4 NFL titles, and a member of that first Super Bowl team, Mr. Paul Hornung.
I like it. Oh. Let's see.
Alrighty, and starting off the next round, I think I'm going to go with a guy whose career was obviously cut short, but 5 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pro teams, led the league in receptions 3 times, and receiving touchdowns twice. Sterling Sharp.
Good pick.
Let me just say, fellas, I love my team.
It's a good squad. Let's see.
MJ on the clock.
I'm going to. I have Favre, Taylor. I think I need to go receiver again, probably. So I'm going to go. Those guys are off the board. I'm going to take Mr. Reliable, older guy, but 99 touchdowns in his career, Don Hudson, to be the over-the-middle threat for Brett Favre.
Ernie Mason back-to-back picks.
Amon Green.
Yep.
Ooh, yep.
And then it's a real shame we can't do linebackers because I'm seeing the bunch.
Oh.
And then, actually, I'm kind of regretting that Amon Green pick now, actually.
Where is he looking here, ladies and gentlemen?
Can I swap out my Amon Green pick?
Go for it.
What do you think, MJ? Should I do
Go
it?
for it.
It's for the same position, so you're good.
Yeah, go for it.
This might surprise a lot of people because there's Aaron Jones, there's Amon Green, but give me Ryan Grant.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then
like it a lot.
So I'm still missing a quarterback. Give me
I mean, neither of us are going to take another one, so you can wait as long as you want to take a porn star.
Give me Corey Linsley.
Ooh, that is a good O-line.
Good O-line.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Nobody's getting to Mason's yet to be drafted quarterback.
For real. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So we got Craig. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I think I'm going to take my last receiver here. There are 2 guys I'm looking at. Actually, no, because I'm okay with one of 2 receivers. And Chris is already full on him, so I know he's not going to take either one. So I'm going to go with another guy whose career was cut short, and I'm going to take Jermichael Finley.
Oh, I was looking at him. Good pick.
Oh, it's a good thing you have Brett Favre and not Aaron Rodgers, though.
Why?
You haven't heard that whole entire situation with Finley, like Finley and another name that has
bashing Aaron Rodgers.
another name that
Oh,
has
yeah.
yet to be drafted, just bashing Aaron Rodgers.
True. Forgot about that.
Okay. On the clock here with back-to-back picks. See, this is where it gets interesting. I think I'm gonna dip. I might dip into the defense pool here.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna grab the 96 Packers defense.
Okay.
Ranked first in the league in points per game, first in the league in yards given up, an all-time group that ultimately powered them to a Super Bowl title. I have Rodgers. I have the 96 Packers defense. Team's going to be hard to stop.
Okay. I like it. I think I can wait on defense because they're.
No, Chris, aren't you up again?
I'm up again, yeah.
Oh, I thought he picked two. Never mind.
Good one.
Chris, take out the word defense because it already
Yeah.
says defense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just 96 pack. Thank you.
Okay. I want to dip into the O-line class here. So I'm gonna go with the guy who I think is criminally underrated for the time he spent with the Packers, departed a few years ago, Mr. Brian Bulaga.
Ooh, I was looking at that too. I
think you're gonna take my guy here, MJ, aren't you? I think you
Am
are.
I?
Probably.
No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Because I'm going to be the first person to take a coach. And I'm going to take Matt LaFleur. And here's why.
I like it.
One of the things Brett Favre was known for, right? He holds the interception record. So I want to see if possible. It's not like Brett Favre will not be allowed to sling it in this offense. Aaron Rodgers just threw 48 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I want to see if Matt LaFleur can bring Brett Favre in a little bit, even just a little bit. A couple less interceptions, put him in a very friendly offense. He has some of the best weapons he would have ever had in his career. See if we can rein him in just a tad, get a friendly offense, friendly system to flourish in.
So I like it.
Flourish.
I am going to finish up my sort of receiving room here. I'm going to go Randall Cobb.
Okay.
And then I am just going to go with my tight end and just take Tonyan right here.
I like it. Cobb, I was debating between Cobb and Jennings. So my pick will then be Jennings.
That was quick.
I knew you would take one of them, Mason. So yeah. I was like, I'll take either. Because I got Jennings and Driver. Honestly, yeah. Jennings, Driver, and Hudson can all play inside outside.
I think I can wait on tight end here.
Well, yeah, both of
us have already drafted. So we're taking.
You're just really battling with MJ for O-line and then me for coach.
I know. See, I don't know. This is where it gets tough. I think I'm gonna go. Stuck between two players. I think it's going to be Jim Ringo.
I like that.
11
I was looking at that
seasons,
too.
the leader of the Packers offensive line. Pro Bowler in 7 of them. Ringo, Bulaga, look out.
You're up again, Chris.
I think I'm going to go coach here.
Well, I mean,
No, it's not Mike McCarthy, bless his heart.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Mike Holmgren.
Okay.
Pair him up with Aaron Rodgers. Don't really want to bring McCarthy back to my team after the way it ended. So
That's fair. Okay.
MJ on the clock.
I'm still fine. I'm still fine with defense. I'm gonna take O-line. I'm gonna go Ken Bowman, who was the center for Bart Starr during the Ice Bowl. And he's in the Packers Hall of Fame Ring of Honor, I believe. So I got my guard, got my center. Now I just need a tackle on the next round.
So, I mean, you two have your coach, so I might as well take mines, but I think it's pretty obvious for me anyway. So, Vince Lombardi. And then I'm contemplating, well, I mean, I'm going to say something here. I'm going to take defense here. I'm going to take my quarterback for the last pick, whole entire thing. This might come as a surprise, but I'm going to take the 2021 Green Bay Packers defense. Because
wait,
obviously
you're taking the upcoming
Yes.
Packers defense.
Yes. Because
upcoming Packers defense.
there is so much like hope for the team. You have your Jair Alexander, you have Kenny Clark, you have Zadarius and Rashawn Gary and Preston. You just need a man in the middle of the defense, a linebacker, a second corner. And as much as I hate to say it, I'm kind of getting on the idea of taking a corner in the first round, back end of the first round, like Asante Samuel Jr. or Greg Newsome, and then or trading down into the top of the second round, getting one, and then getting a linebacker on day 2. There's a lot of depth in the linebacker class. Obviously, I still want Zaven Collins or Jamin Davis, but how much depth does that kind of hurt in the cornerback room? But I think with a new defensive coordinator, one that, well, our defense was still like what, top 12 last year? Something around there. So with a competent kind of, Chris's favorite word, competent defensive coordinator that isn't Mike Penn that plays off coverage when it's 3rd and 2. So
doesn't play soft on 3rd and 5. No.
Yeah. So I think the defense is going to really show out this year. And that's kind of just weird because that's not a Packers thing.
No. Like you said, if they address corner in either round 1 or 2, I think this defense can take major strides next year.
I think there is multiple options for linebacker and corner on each day.
Agreed.
I think I'm probably going to start wrapping up my rankings, which I know I've only done like 75 players, but linebacker class is probably going to get done first because obvious reasons. But there's a lot of players on day 2 that I like. There's a lot of players on day 3 that I'll probably like. So it's go get a player that build up the defense, build up some of the offense, then take whatever, just best available at any position.
Where do you have Jamin Davis on your linebacker?
I have him as a early second, and right now as linebacker 4, behind Parsons at 1. Well, Collins at 1, Parsons at 2, JOK if you really want to call him a linebacker at 3, and then Davis. So he'll be probably top 30, top 35 on my board, which I know Alex, the other draft guy, has him higher, but I was originally the first one on him, so I'd take credit for that.
It seems like of all the players with rising stocks, his is climbing really quickly.
Yeah. There's a lot of upside there because he only had like 11 starts. So.
All right, MJ on the clock.
So I'm conflicted here. The 2 defenses I'm looking at are the 66 Packers and their first Super Bowl win ever, and then the 2010 Packers.
Yeah.
They created a lot of turnovers.
Martinez, Nick Collins, Charles Woodson, Big
I
DJ
saw
Raji
Nick.
in the middle.
I saw Nick Collins on these lists, and I was like, "No, come on, Hart."
I know.
I know.
And my biggest issue was with that 2010 defense. They were very good, but they were pretty much solely reliant on big plays and turnovers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the 66 Packers, coached by Vince Lombardi, hit hard. They only allowed 163 points in 14 games, compared to the 240 points allowed in 16 games by the 2010 Packers. So I'm going to go with the consistency of the 66 Packers.
See, for me with back-to-back picks here, I remember like the Packers have had a revolving door at tight end for a long time. So looking where to go at that position, I think I'm going to go Jared Cook. Obviously not here for a long time, but a productive player for the team. Obviously made that catch in the end of the Dallas game that led them to the NFC title game where they got the doors kicked in by the Falcons. But Jared Cook's going to be the pick for me at tight end.
And then your last offensive lineman.
Last offensive lineman. See, I think I'm going to go with a guy who I think is just phenomenal. He can play all over the line and who I think is going to be a piece of this team for a long, long time. That's Elton Jenkins.
Yeah.
Rock solid in pass protection, versatile, can play all over. Round out my squad.
MJ, you kind of have a lot of offensive linemen to choose from still.
I do. I really do. Wow. I really do have a lot. I mean, I could go with our now radio announcer, Larry McCarron. But I'm going to go with the guy who protected Aaron Rodgers during our Super Bowl run in 2010, his blind side, and my tackle. So I have center, tackle, guard. I'm going to go Chad Clifton.
I like that.
Honorable mention to Mark Tauscher.
Or TJ Lang. Or just about anyone.
Lang.
I mean, yeah. Josh Sitton.
Josh Sitton would have been a good pick. Yeah, I was looking
TJ Lang, Justin, that offensive line was just
it was ridiculous.
Phenomenal. I know.
Okay.
Alrighty, Mason.
I wonder who Mason is going to pick.
I'm between two players.
We'll call today.
I'm going to be between two players. Obviously, if you want, I kind of wanted to. The original plan was to get Jordan Love, but I already have 2021. I already have 2021 Green Bay, but we're going to go with Matt Flynn.
Oh
just
my word!
Why not?
This man did not even pick Bart. The disrespect.
It's not disrespect.
The disrespect.
The great Bart Starr, and he takes Matt
to
Flynn.
Bart Starr.
It's not.
What did Bart Starr ever do to you?
It's
Mason?
not disrespect.
That is blatant disrespect.
What's that blatant disrespect?
Right, fellas.
The man had a 14-3 interception ratio in 1966.
Correct, but if you're talking about like the league today, which I thought was the one fair thing.
I mean,
everyone else on defense is a lot faster and everything. So Flynn's, you saw
Matt Flynn can win you games.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Flynn would have been the starter in Seattle if Russell Wilson wasn't Russell Wilson. So I mean,
I also love the fact that you drafted almost the entire offense that was there when Matt Flynn was there.
Yeah.
You have James Jones, Jordy Nelson, and Randall Cobb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because those were the guys when he went off on his 6 touchdowns against the.
Yep.
Like I don't think there's really like, I mean, obviously like my team's probably the worst at quarterback, but I don't really think there's like. I mean, take your pick.
I would have taken Don Masajeski.
Seneca Wallace.
Seneca Wallace.
Tim Boyle.
Oh my gosh, Tim
Scott
Boyle,
Tolzien.
yes please.
Scott Tolzien.
Oh, I forgot he exists.
Vince Young.
How can we forget Brett Hundley?
Oh,
Vince Young.
How can we forget Brett Hundley? Who was like their first quarterback? Hinkle?
Yeah.
Who's Hinkle? Clark Hinkle. Let's look at his stats real quick. Season high pass.
6 pass attempts.
Hold up. Did he even pass? Am I looking at the right category? No, I'm not. Wrong guy. Arnie Herber was their first true quarterback who in 1932 threw for 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions.
Jameis Winston?
The Packers have come a long way since then. So for any
way.
of you youngins who are upset about the prospect of Jordan Love, just imagine you could have Arnie Herber.
I mean, don't even get me started on that. Jesus.
He also
Packers
played
Twitter
running back, defensive back.
Packers Twitter is a mess right now if you guys haven't seen.
What are they a mess about?
They're all upset about the whole entire not restructuring. Rodgers, all this and that. What Rodgers said on the McAfee show about how it's not his decision on his future and all that. You knew that. You knew that when Love was selected at 26.
The whole situation's starting to get a little bit messy.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like in our ones, I don't even remember what episode it was.
And obviously, I think with the draft, 3 weeks out, everyone's getting a little nervous about the Packers picking some guy they've never heard of again when passing on linebacker, Mason's favorite position. But
there are so many guys that I would be fine with. There are 2 players that I absolutely do not want at 29.
Okay,
or a first pick.
Hear me out. Packers are in a sticky situation, right, with Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
How about we send Jordan Love, a couple first-round picks, a couple second-round picks to the Jags and get us Trevor Lawrence. Let him learn from Aaron Rodgers for a year and let him.
That's even worse.
That's even better.
Worse. No, that's worse.
That is the
Give Aaron Rodgers his swan song in Green Bay.
That's worse.
Let him go win a Super Bowl and then send him to frickin' San Francisco. I don't care where he goes.
Denver.
Give me Trevor Lawrence.
No. We talked about this last week, how or 2 weeks ago, how we were all happy that we got Love for a 4th round pick and you're wanting to ship him off for 2 first-round picks and all that just to get Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So you're literally you're saying that you just punted on last year's first round pick.
I'm saying the value,
you're not gonna
value
get
of Love at that pick. Okay, but well, yeah, thank you, Sherlock Holmes. I'm aware.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that because
this was not me proposing it in a mock draft. This is going to happen. Well, no, the Jags ain't moving, and they shouldn't.
No, and Jordan Love, whether we like it or not, is the future of this team, so he's not going anywhere.
We got him, MJ. We got him.
We got him.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, did you guys see Michael Silver today say he's recruiting 2 players to the Packers?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
I don't trust a word that comes out of
Michael
Michael Silver's
trust a word he says.
But
he said that they were going to restructure Rodgers' contract. So I don't.
Yeah, he also said that we were going to sign fucking everyone in free agency.
Let's play a game of hypothetical here. If you had to think of who those 2 players could be, who do you think of?
Who's still available?
I was going to say Sherman too. Yeah.
100%. There's not many offense. I have to think it would be defense.
Unless you have a receiver that's still available. Let me look. Oh, shut up.
Maybe he's trying to get someone to demand a trade.
Could also be that.
I guess.
Sherman's the guy that stands out for me just because all those battles with the Seahawks for all those years and just the mutual respect between those 2
players.
Here's
the thing I saw. So there was a Discord chat that I'm a part of for draft content from our buddy Alex. So He has a group of guys that we have our own like Packers chat and everything, his Discord and everything. So this guy said hypothetically, if you send Preston Smith in a 3rd round pick to Cleveland for Odell Beckham, would you do it? And I said no.
Yes. Under the condition that we draft an edge rusher at some point in the draft. If we do that, absolutely.
I said no.
No questions
No way
asked.
in hell.
I think I'd do it.
He gets the chance to be the number 2 behind Devontae. He walks in. Aaron Rodgers will kick the crap out of him if he tries to be a cocky little hoe.
Well, he's got 1 year of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
1 or 2, yeah.
That's a win now move. I like it. I like it.
But if
I
you
don't.
pair
Win now. The
Odell
other
Beckham with Devontae next year with Aaron Jones, like that's got to be the best trio in the league.
So really, you want Preston Smith over Odell Beckham Jr.? Is that
No,
what
no,
you
no,
are
no,
saying,
no,
Mason?
no, 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 no.
You want
Don't even
Preston Smith over Odell Beckham?
Don't try that. Because what I'm saying here is look at the receiver class this year. Okay? You have 20 guys who can make an impact on day 1. So many, even probably more.
So draft one of those 2 and get Odell. They're not mutually exclusive.
Then you're going to spend. So you're telling me
you can do both. That's even better.
Miss out on a linebacker as well?
Give me Odell, Devontae Adams, MVS, Lazard, and freaking Eskridge or someone like that. Give me all of them.
Eskridge might actually go later.
Exactly. That's my point. You can get Odell in that situation. You can get Odell and a good receiver.
Yeah, but I don't like that. But the thing for me is we don't have much pass rush depth behind Za'Darius and Rashawn Gary.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Like I'm a big can't remember his name right now. I'm a big Tipa Galea fan, but he hasn't played like any snaps. So you're banking on drafting an edge rusher early, you're banking on drafting a corner early, you're banking on drafting a right tackle early, a center.
I don't need edge rusher early. I don't need edge rusher early. I don't want edge rusher early.
Yeah, they could wait on edge, I think.
Well, yeah, but you guys don't. Okay, you win.
But you can never have. I see where you're coming from, Mason. You can never have too many good edge guys, especially with Darius getting a little older and getting a little nicked up over the last few years. But Rashawn Gary has shown flashes of being an every down player. But your hesitancy with Beckham is his attitude and your love for Preston Smith.
But like his attitude hasn't been a problem in Cleveland.
No.
Because they have a good culture now.
Yeah.
They have a winning culture. He got behind Baker. The only issue last year was he got hurt. So if he can come into Green Bay, he'll fall in line behind Devontae and Rodgers. As long as he stays healthy, why would you not send away a guy in Preston Smith who only had 4 sacks last year and a 3rd round pick, which for the Packers is hit or miss? It could turn out to be a very good player, but you know what you're getting in Odell. So if I am Goody and I get offered Odell Beckham for Preston Smith in a 3rd, I don't ask anyone. I say yes.
Okay. Back to our point. If you have something to add, you can go ahead on that.
No, I was just going to say that, like, I'm looking at Preston's stats, and 2019 was the outlier.
Yeah.
He averages, like, either 4 or 8 every year. So with that, one might assume he could get 8 sacks this year, possibly. But 2019 was the outlier.
Yeah.
The majority of his career, that's not the way he plays. So can we get somebody else who can get somewhere between 4 and 8 sacks or provide that from committee somewhere else? Absolutely. I mean, there's still some good pass rushers out there, back to our point from earlier. Guys like Jadeveon Clowney, stuff like that.
Melvin Ingram, Justin Hughes.
For sure. There are still pass rushers out there. So, I mean, if we really want to work some magic, give me Odell. We can find pass rushers elsewhere.
Back to that point earlier about like the 2 guys that he's been campaigning for, I could really see it being KJ Wright, obviously linebacker, yippee, and then probably one of Richard Sherman, obviously. But I think Sherman's probably going to want to get another big payday. I would actually think that it would maybe be Austin Ryder, the center from Kansas City, because that spot's kind of open. I don't think
Spot
we'd have
is
to
open.
get another
Fair.
ring.
It would
So-
make sense given where the O-line is depth-wise.
Yeah.
And obviously, Lindsley signing the big ticket in LA is a huge loss that's going to need to be addressed. And with Bakhtiari's health being where it is and his status for week one still up in the air, the depth with the young guys they've obviously drafted and developed is not great. So Ryder would make sense.
My only thing is, I feel like the Packers can get O-line
Late.
depth not
Late
in
in
free
the draft.
agency.
Yeah.
Late round center.
Yeah.
Right, because
Remember-
right now I'm just looking at ESPN to provide because this is basically
Context.
what Domovsky is
Yeah.
saying their depth chart will be right now, which is Bakhtiari, obviously questionable for the beginning of the
Injury.
season, but Bakhtiari, Jenkins, Lucas Patrick, Stepaniak, Billy Turner. So realistically, you either need a center or a guard,
Yeah.
because you can move Jenkins to center. He played his entire last 2 years in college at center. So you can move him to center, move Patrick to right guard or left guard, and then you just need a guard.
Well,
You keep Patrick at center, you
wasn't
need a
named there,
guard.
was he?
What's up?
Runyon wasn't named there.
No, he's not. And
Oh.
I'd be perfectly fine with him starting.
Yeah.
So realistically, I have 5 guys right now that I'm comfortable starting. Hansen and Stepaniak for depth. I haven't seen enough of them to really make a judgment yet. So let's see them in preseason. Give me a couple guys in the draft. I don't need to go out there and start recruiting offensive linemen in free
Yeah.
agency. By all means, if they want to, go for it. We can spend some draft picks on more defensive capital. But I'm comfortable right now with where the offensive line is. Again, just give me slightly more depth, and then I'm perfectly happy.
You guys remember last week with Jake when him and I had the same 3 late round centers, and you were all
Yep.
like, "What the fuck? These are the 2 same people." Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me one of those 3.
I think
That's fair.
tackle is an underrated need too. With Billy Turner, kind of got exposed late in the year against
Yeah.
upper echelon edge rushers.
What the thing is, though, would we? I don't know if the Packers will draft a tackle and start over Turner.
No, I think
Well, I mean,
it's obviously Turner's spot to lose right now. But I just think if they want to get better at the position, if the need or the player is there in the draft, it's a way to go.
I think the main reason why tackle would be so high on their list as a potential round 1 option would be if Bakhtiari's timetable is just not working out. Like, you won't be ready for week 1, week 2, week 3. You move Turner or Jenkins over to left tackle or whatever. Maybe you want to move Turner back into guard, and then you take your right tackle in round 1, which I'm not a fan of because, I mean, it's not flashy, obviously, but I think there's more pressing needs than right tackle right now. Because I think we have a lot of untapped potential on the interior that you can put Turner at right tackle, so at left tackle, whichever you may have it, and then you kind of just shuffle whichever guys on the interior and just see where they're best at. You could take a day 2, day 3 tackle if you really want.
This is a weird question. Is Tonyan officially back?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I don't think any team. I mean, if for me, anyways, if any team put a second round tender on him,
I didn't
back
see
to
any
us,
in place. No.
if anyone matched that tender, then I honestly just go. I'll take that second round pick, especially this year.
Yeah. Okay. Because he's listed on the roster right now, which is the only reason I asked.
I think the deadline passed for that or whatever. I don't know.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. The only other thing I wanted to look at is, again, just another place where I'd rather spend free agent money is the defensive line specifically.
On the interior.
Yeah.
They brought pretty much everybody back, including Anthony Rush, which I liked. So you have you have Lowry, Kiki, Lancaster, Rush, which is not horrible. You have a lot of continuity there from last season. Mason, is there anybody? I don't think the Packers will use a premium pick on the line.
I don't see it, no.
No.
But is there anybody 3, 4, 5 maybe that you see as a potential target there, or is there a free agent target that
I'm not
could be one of those recruits?
I'm not like spending much money on interior defensive line. I think it'll be like day 3. If Osa makes it there, it's one of our 4th round picks, then take him. Chris Tonga or Bobby Brown, whichever, any of those guys, if they're still there, then take a chance on them. But I don't think Kingsley showed a lot of potential at the end of the year last year. I think that
he did.
We're fine sitting another year, which, I think that's fine.
I think it's more likely going to be a later round pick than a dip into the free agent pool, because looking at the guys still available, they're kind of all in the back half of their career, have had injury problems over the last few years. So, like you said, taking a chance on the guy day 3 makes more sense.
I'm looking through something right now. I'm not a big CBS or ESPN guy for like their mock drafts or anything, but I'm scrolling through the CBS one right now. So we're big fans, all 3 of us, of Zaven Collins at 29. That's what this has. And then round 2, it has us Rondale Moore falling to us, which if that occurs, fine, so be it. But I'm not taking Rondale Moore in round. If you want to talk about interior defensive line, then Jay Tufele, I'd be fine with Tommy Togiai. Milton Williams, I think, will go earlier than round 3. And then 4th round, it has us taking to Daryl Slayton. So they have us taking 2 interior defensive linemen back to back. And then another tight end, which I don't like. And then
who's the guy that Jake really likes at tight end?
I don't remember.
He had him in the 2nd round.
Hold on. Brevin Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan. It wasn't him. And then it has us taking Rodarius Williams in the 5th, which is Reedy Williams' brother. Do we have 2 5th round picks, right? Or is that 2 6th?
We have 2 5ths, I think.
Oh, whoops. I must have missed it. But there is, oh boy, this CBS one is not good. I'm seeing so many guys go so much lower than they're going to go. Wyatt Hubert, Chris Evans, I like that as a late round running back, but it had us taking Evans 3 picks over Puka Williams, so MJ. And then,
I like Puka.
I would be fine with the first 3, but the late round picks, I'm not a fan of. I'm fine with Zaven Collins in the 1st, obviously. I'd be fine with Jamin Davis. Any of Cam McGrone or Jabril Cox in the 2nd rounds. Okay. If these 2 players are picked by Green Bay in round 1, it's not going to end well. Obviously, you both know Therese Marshall. Not a big fan.
Yeah.
And then
documented,
Nick Bolton. If Nick Bolton's the pick, I'm that's Blake Martinez.
Not a Bolton guy?
Not a Bolton guy. He'll be a lot lower because he has 0 coverage ability. I mean, Cam McGrone's kind of similar, but you're getting him in 3rd round. No, you're not spending a 1st round pick on him.
No. Alrighty, speaking of the Packers, you guys watch Jeopardy this week, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I watched Bits and Pieces.
Who decided to kick that field goal, Scott?
Oh, that still hurts. It still hurts.
Okay, but here's the thing. I don't think I ever talked to you guys about this.
I think we're going to say the same thing.
At some point, you have to kick a field goal. It doesn't matter what order you do it in.
No.
Yeah.
It legitimately does not matter.
Yes.
You had to kick a field goal. Kicking the field goal, in my opinion, was going for the win.
Yes.
Because you were trusting your defense and Aaron Rodgers to get a stop. Because if the defense gets a stop, Aaron Rodgers has the ball with 50 seconds to go down and win the game with a couple timeouts. He's done much more with much less in his career.
And the thing is that stop was made too.
Yes.
And Kevin King, so be it. If it was a flag, but in that game it was not.
It was a flag, yeah.
Correct.
In that game it was not.
But
if they were
in
letting
a
everything else
vacuum,
go.
yeah, in a vacuum, that was a hold.
Yeah.
In that the amount of times that same thing happened to Devontae Adams in
Or
that
Alan
game.
Lazard. Or Alan Lazard.
Oh, for sure.
It was
Lazard,
well
yeah.
documented.
Yeah.
But,
Honestly, I'm at peace with the decision, but
oh yeah,
we have the MVP of the league. Put the ball in his hands. Let him go win the game. I'd rather go out that way than relying on a defense that struggled on third down a lot in the early parts of that game. It's Tom Brady, man. You just know he's going to come through it. I
think the bigger thing there in that game was the debacle at the end of the first half. I think that was worse than anything the offense did the whole entire day. But
I mean, yeah, the amount of points that we gifted them and the amount of points that were laid out there. Because if you take away the touchdown at the end of the first, turn that into a field goal, that's 4 points.
Yeah.
You only get 6 points on 3 turnovers. Even if you get another field goal there's the 7 points you need to win that football game. So, I mean, that kicking that field goal was not the reason that the Packers lost the NFC Championship. There were so many other reasons. Yeah. And even then, statistically, they were still the better team in every phase of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 2 straight Tom Brady interceptions, and I think they went 3-0 back-to-back.
Yep.
That's the story of the game right there.
Yeah, you can't. I think the worst thing there was the whole entire Bakhtiari's injury was bigger than it seemed at the time. So having Turner and then Wagner was playing right tackle then, right? That game?
Yeah.
Or was it Turner? But Wagner, whoever was playing right
Turner,
tackle.
Turner was at left tackle. Yeah.
Turner was at left tackle.
Wagner pretty much that sent him out after he let up.
You saw what the Bucks did to the Chiefs depleted offensive line. So it makes sense. We should be happy that our interior was still intact.
That's why I think it is, because Bucks had 2 good interior defensive linemen, 2 good edge rushers,
and they're
2
all
outstanding linebackers, a good secondary. Like there was,
if a loaded roster.
It makes me think like what happens if like Green Bay had. If Green Bay had a like absurd athletic ability linebacker like a Jamin David or a Zaven Collins this year, then what would that turn into? I think Kiki and Clark on the interior is fine. And then Lancaster and a couple others on the rotation, but get a second corner. And then I think the defense is pretty much set if you take a linebacker in a second corner. But I think the bigger story with that is like, what big of a mistake did the Jets make in firing Todd Bowles after that season and hiring Adam Gase and what that's all turned into now?
I think he is the most underrated coach in football. I think Todd Bowles is a defensive mastermind.
Bowles and then Baramy in Kansas City. I don't know how those 2 dudes don't have an offensive or have a head coaching job.
But for me, I understand. I like what the Jets are doing. I like Joe Douglas. I like Robert Saleh. I like what they're doing. I like Zach Wilson, which pretty much just draft starts at 3.
Which is LaFleur's brother.
Mike LaFleur.
Yeah.
And the thing is Zach Wilson fits best in that type of system too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have a lot of pieces. Get a running back, get some offensive line help, get a corner, get an edge rusher. I mean, you never know.
Here's my question. This will be my last question before we should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
So most would argue, right, that the Packers drafting Jordan Love was a reaction to the season Rodgers had in 2019.
Yeah.
Give or take, correct? He was not playing at his normal MVP level. As Rodgers said on the Pat McAfee show, my MVP season kind of threw a wrench in their plans, right?
Yes.
So with that in mind, given what happened in the NFC Championship game, would it be safe to assume that a offensive lineman could very well be in play at 29 because of what the Bucks edge rushers and their entire line were able to do, and not only to the Packers, but the Chiefs, and the fact that they're all coming back? So yes, a corner would be nice. And Kevin King did mess up in the NFC Championship game. But realistically, that was not the sole reason that they lost that
No.
football game.
No.
You could point to that, and that could very well be a reaction they make. But do you think that an offensive lineman, even a trade up, let's say they like somebody a couple picks up that might not drop, I could very well see them going up and getting a guy on the O-line, especially, and I know, Mason, you probably agree with me. I doubt Vera Tucker will drop anywhere
No.
close to Green
No,
Bay.
it'll be long
But
gone.
for some reason, if he does, I wouldn't even be upset with the Packers moving up like 10 spots or something like that to go get him. I think that would be worth it.
Again, my biggest thing here is I'm fine with like any, if it's a tackle, if it's a center, if you want to take Lane and Dickerson, which I don't think we're going to take, or Creed Humphrey. Creed Humphrey, I'm fine with any of the tackles, like a Dylan Radunes, Eichenberg, any of those guys, other than tackle Alex Leatherwood. Any of those guys would be fine. Any guard, if you're going to want to take one, if you really think so. A receiver. I would only be the most upset with Therese Marshall or Nick Bolton. Anything other than that, yeah, I might not be ecstatic about it, but
okay, so Packers are drafting Nick Bolton.
Probably. Here, have a linebacker. It's the one you hate. Sick.
I think ultimately it all depends on what the board looks like at 29.
Yeah.
And it happens every year in the draft. Good players always fall based on fit, scheme, whatever reason. We've seen Gutekunst be aggressive in the past where if he likes his guy, he's going to go up and he's going to get him. So O-line, the tackle I could see it, but for me, it just all depends on what the board looks like and who's there that they like.
I am wanting, like, part of me wants to pick like an Asante Samuel, Xavier Collins, any of those guys if they're available, but most of me wants to trade down and gather another day 2 pick.
I think trading down is becoming more and more realistic.
I would love to trade down because apparently Asante Samuel is not like a consensus first round pick. He's like a mid-second.
Yeah.
If we can trade down into the early to mid 30s and get a late day 2, like 3rd round pick, sign me up. That's what I did in my 2-3 round mock. So I just sign me up.
Yeah. I mean, if that situation plays out that they can trade down to 35, 38, something like that, get Asante Samuel, go for it. But at this point, I think they could still get a guy who can replace Kevin King in the second or third round. And so I would rather keep that first round pick, take a premium Xavier Collins tackle, someone like that. I'd rather go that way because I think there's still enough depth in the corner class that they can get a guy to at least be equal to Kevin King, if not better.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
We'll see. It'll be a interesting night for sure. Interesting few days.
Yeah.
And it will be.
And I'm going to be busy just writing.
Oh, yeah. And either way, I will be doing something big that night. I'll tell you guys about that after we stop recording.
Okay.
But yeah. Let me hold up. Let me pull up our rosters one more time so that the good people can look at our teams here real quick. Let's go share screen. Boom. So interesting rosters. Let us know which one you like the best. Freaking Matt Flynn. I still can't believe you did that.
Team Chris, let me know. Let me know if you like my team the best.
Yeah, we'll throw this up on Twitter, throw it in Primetime Sports Talk group chat, see what people think. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. This has been another fantastic episodes of the Cheeseheads. So we appreciate you as always. Make fun of Mason in the comments if you can. We love you all, and we'll see you next
Make fun of me for my iron deficiency, please.
Please do.
Imbalance, whatever you want to call it.
Wonderful.